Hello, welcome back to the channel. Got something a little bit different today, a comic book review. It's something I want to do more of on the channel, and I thought there's no better comic to start with than Alphacore #1 from Rippaverse Comics by Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett. This is from Eric July and his Rippaverse. I just got the bundle with Alphacore #1, ISOM #1 and ISOM #2. I've not read ISOM 1 or 2 yet. I just got stuck into Alphacore #1 first. I just thought it was, since it's the newest one, I would read it and do a little overview, review, have a little look at inside. Don't worry, there's not going to be much spoilers. If you don't want to look inside at all, just turn the video off. But I'm just going to look at a few pages, artwork. Overall, I thought the comic was enjoyable. It was really pretty good. I read it all in a oneer. The art is really good. The writing's really good. I mean, it didn't blow my mind. I wasn't like, wow, this is the best comic I've ever read, but it was decent. And from like, I know this isn't a crowdfunding book, but similar type thing. It's a good book from a new company. The front cover, I chose this one. I'm glad I did. It's I love this front cover. It's brilliant. One thing I picked up on the inside though that annoyed me, I don't know if it's my ADHD, my OCD, or what the hell it is, but, and I don't know if this is a Texan thing or wherever Eric's from. I think he's from Texas. I've been rooted in the culture of American comic books since I was a youngster, and being a creative in the industry was always a dream of mine, but the unfortunate state of the industry gave me the push that I needed to give it a shot. I don't know if that but needs to be in there. I don't know what it is. It just, I picked up on it straight away, but it could just be the unfortunate state of the industry gave me the push that I needed. I don't know if it's a southern thing or something, I don't know. Well, there's Texas there, so I'm guessing Eric is from Texas. First page, splash. I love the old school splash pages. Something I'm thinking about doing in my comics. Mixing the new with the old. Great art. This page as well, just the first page you turn into, the colours are absolutely outstanding. It just pops. It reminds me of the old school comics where it's modern colouring, but it's bright, you know. It's greens, blues, reds. It's got the modern digital colouring, but it pops like an old school comic book. And just stands out as soon as you open the book. I mean, look at that. It's fucking awesome. Now, I did say in my review on X that I thought the inking reminded me of Charles Burns, which was quite surprising. Charles Burns is like he did Black Hole famously, indie type creator, and seeing this kind of thick inking with the feathering like that, it just reminded me so much of Charles Burns, and some of the faces in here reminds me of Charles Burns' faces from like Black Hole. It's the only one I've read of his. Let me see if I can find a face. Just this kind of weird face. I love the art in this book though, it's great, and the inking, it's brilliant. That I like that thick inking with the extra, the extra lines. Just going to highlight a few pages. This guy, Billy Bob Quinn, his name is. So, not the most exciting bad guy's name, but here you can see another example of that Charles Burns looking face, it's good. I mean, I like that kind of thing in a comic book. I like mixing the old school with the new stuff, and then mixing some like different references like from indie comics. I'm not sure if that's the inker's intention, but it's what I picked up on. I mean, just look at this spread. Look at the colours are popping out like it's an old school comic, but it's, you know, got that modern look to it as well, and you've got the thick inking lines. Brilliant detail. Story wise, it's good. It's story wise, I was entertained all the way through. Like I said, I read it in a oneer, and I enjoyed myself. I didn't feel bored. The storytelling was really easy to follow. The dialogue wasn't cheesy or goofy or didn't take me out of it or anything. I understood what was going on, easy to follow. I mean, those are the main things when you're trying to communicate with a comic book is how easy is it to follow. Can when you're creating something like this in your brain, you know what's going on, you know the story. So when you put it down on paper, the the most important thing is have you portrayed that story to the reader without them saying, "Well, what the hell's going on here?" And yeah, it did. This is one of my only criticisms of the book is suddenly it changes from one inker to another, and I don't know if it's done it anywhere else throughout the book, but suddenly you can tell either it's the same inker and he's having a bad day, or he's running out of time or something, or I mean, it's got like 6 inkers on the book for some reason, but it suddenly changes, and it's right after this big fight with that Billy Bob guy, and you're like, you've got a bit of memento with the story, and I was really getting into it, and then suddenly it changes to from inking that I love to inking that it's okay, you know. If the whole book was inked like this, it would be fine, but the inking was so good before this, and then suddenly it just boom, and it puts you at like a dead stop, you know. So yeah, if I got any other pages highlighted, I don't want to show too much because you don't want to spoil it, the book, but um, overall it was really enjoyable. I'm looking forward to reading Isom and seeing how Eric's writing is. Chuck Dixon did awesome here. Joe Bennett on the art did brilliant. And whoever inked that, the Charles Burns type inking, loved it. Yeah, I think that's it. Looking forward to Isom. I'll do a review on Isom 1 and 2 together. And now I've got this little setup with this little light, I can start doing more comic reviews. I might need to stabilise it though, I don't know if it was shaking. Anyway, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.